In this video lecture, now we will look at liver function tests and pathophysiology of liver diseases. Liver function tests, basically these are biochemical tests that are used to diagnose liver diseases, right? Whenever there is a liver disease, we go for these tests, right? Now most of these tests measure damage to liver cells, that is damage to hepatocytes, and some of these measure your synthetic functions of liver. Synthetic functions, we know that it synthesizes a protein called albumin, and it synthesizes some coagulation factors, right, that are responsible for blood clotting, right? So your prothrombin time, which is a time taken for blood to clot, right? If there is any issues with the coagulation factors, synthesis of coagulation factors by liver, this time will increase, right? And if there is any issues with the synthesis, right, of proteins, then your albumin will go down, right? That means there is some issues with the synthetic functions of liver, right? Maybe a protein deficiency. We'll just look into it, right? And your first two, alanine transaminase, aspartate transaminase, these are abbreviated as ALT, AST, right? Now all these are your enzymes, right? So in response to any issues with the liver, right, maybe cellular damage or your cholestasis, that is impairment to secretion of bile. We know that bile secretion is one of the most important function of liver. So any issues with it will lead to elevation of these enzymes, right? Hepatocellular damage or cholestasis will lead to elevation of these enzymes, right? And any synthetic issues, we know that liver, as I discussed a moment back, that it synthesizes albumin, right, and your coagulation factors, so these would be affected, right? These two would be affected. So let's go one by one. Look into the pathophysiology, and we'll look at both together. Pathophysiology of liver disease, right? First is damage to hepatocytes. Damage to hepatocytes. If there is a damage to hepatocytes, the first two, alanine transaminase, aspartate transaminase, will elevate. These two will show elevation more than the normal range, right? The ranges of these two will go up, right? So your AST and your ALT, right, will elevate, right? Mainly the function of AST and ALT is that they take part in gluconeogenesis. We know that one of the important functions of liver is gluconeogenesis, where it stores glucose in the form of glycogen and it delivers it, right, or releases it in the form of glucose when required by the blood or by the body. And in short, it maintains the blood glucose level, right? And if there is any issue with the bile secretion, we call it cholestasis, right? Then these two enzymes will show elevation, alkaline phosphatase and gamma glutamyl transferase. We call it as gamma GT and AP, right? So your AP and gamma GT will elevate, right? So this is due to impairment to bile secretion. Impairment to bile secretion, right, which is nothing but cholestasis. And when there is impairment to bile secretion, we know that bile contains bilirubin, right, which is a greenish yellow liquid, right? So if there is any issues with the bile secretion, that means your bilirubin is not moving out of the body, right? Because we know that bilirubin, bile first goes into duodenum, right? When there is need for it for digestion, right? Then it goes into intestines, right? And we have gone through in the previous lecture how bilirubin goes out of the body in the form of urobilinogen, in the form of stercobilin, right? So if there is any issues with bile secretion, right, that means your bilirubin will not be removed from the body, right, and it will show a rise in the blood test, right? If you do a blood test for bilirubin, it will show the quantity of bilirubin, or the bilirubin will show more than normal, right, in your blood test, because the bilirubin has been increased in your blood, because it could not be removed from the body, because there is some problem with the bile secretion, right, of the liver. Now the third thing is your synthetic functions. Synthetic functions, right? In synthetic functions, we know that your liver synthesizes albumin, which is a protein, right? So albumin, right? Then it synthesizes coagulation factors, which are responsible for blood clotting, right? So, and in case there are less coagulation factors, or there is issues with synthesizing coagulation factors by the liver, then there would be issues with blood clotting, right? And your prothrombin time will increase. This is the prothrombin time, which is a time required for blood to clot. If there are less coagulation factors due to liver disease, then this prothrombin time will increase. That is, time required to clot blood will increase, right? If this time is more than 10 to 14 seconds, that means there is some issues with the liver, right? So here your PT will prolong, right? And your serum bilirubin, like I said, it's mainly because your liver is unable to secrete bile, right? Impairment to bile secretion, which will lead to increase in bilirubin levels in the blood, right? So these are the tests, right? So albumin is a protein which is synthesized by liver, right? Albumin, this is a protein, right, synthesized by liver. Now, if there is some synthesis issues with the liver, then albumin will go down. Then your albumin level will go down, right? That means this may happen due to kidney issues, right? Because there can be protein loss due to kidney issues, and albumin is a protein, right? Kidney issues, right? Due to kidney issues, have protein loss. Or the second thing can be malnutrition, right? Less intake of protein, right? Malnutrition, right? Less protein intake. Right? And if we talk about the prothrombin time, PT is time required for blood to clot, right? And we know that liver synthesizes coagulation factors. synthesizes coagulation factors, right? So anything that is affecting the synthesis of coagulation factors in your blood, in your liver, that will gonna prolong your prothrombin time. That is, prothrombin time will increase, right? And let's come to this damage to hepatocytes. If your AST or ALT, right, these rise, these are your these are your enzymes, right, that show rise in response to damage to liver cells, right? And these are your aminotransferases. We call these as aminotransferases, right? That shows elevation in response to liver cell damage. Right, so these will show elevation, and these enzymes are used for these functions, or these are used in gluconeogenesis. And through gluconeogenesis, your liver maintains your blood sugar level. Your blood sugar level is maintained, right, via gluconeogenesis. Now coming to cholestasis, which is your impairment to bile secretion. In response to cholestasis, your AP, that is alkaline phosphatase, and your gamma glutamyl transferase will show an elevation. If in the LFT, right, there is elevation in these two enzymes, right, that means there is some issues with the bile secretion, right? And when there is issues with bile secretion, then your serum bilirubin, this will also rise, right? I hope till this point it is clear, right? Now let's look into some of the diseases, right? And one more thing, if there is increase in ALT increase will specify specific type of liver cell injury, right? Specific liver injury. Now there are certain disease. Let's talk about certain disease, right? That certain liver diseases, right? Liver diseases, like some people take too much alcohol, right? So taking too much alcohol will affect your liver, right? It might damage your liver cells, right? So this is your some chronic alcoholics, right? Long-term alcoholics. Chronic alcoholics, right? Their AST to ALT ratio, right? It would come out to be your 2:1, right? Your AST to ALT ratio, it will be 2:1. If this is what you see in the blood report, possibly it's due to alcohol, right? Who are alcoholic addicts, they will show this kind of pattern in LFTs, right? Now there are certain medications, right, like your some antibiotics and your statins that are used to treat high cholesterol, right? Long-term dependence or long-term usage of these medicines can cause liver damage, right? So it can cause hepatocellular damage, or it can cause cholestasis, right? Depending on what type of issue has occurred due to the medicine use, your LFTs will show a pattern, right? So some medicines intake, right? For example, medicines like statins, right, or some antibiotics, right, can cause liver issues. So LFTs will elevate depending on whether it is hepatocellular or your cholestasis, right? So, and then you have some infections, right? Infections like hepatitis B, C, D, right, which are chronic hepatitis, I'm sorry. Then you have hepatitis A, E, that are acute viral hepatitis, right? So these also cause elevated LFTs, right? Hepatitis like B, C, D, right? Then you have A, E. These will also, your LFTs will also show elevation in response to hepatitis, right? And medicines intake. Medicine mainly statins, these affect liver over a long term. Statins are used to treat liver disease. I'm sorry, the cholesterol, high cholesterol. Right? I hope this is clear. Right? It's just simple. And mainly with the diseases, we would be dealing in the medicine subject, right? Not in this. Just for your introduction, because we have a topic on liver, so that's why we are doing this, right? So you should, after this, in physiology, after doing physiology course, you should be aware of LFTs, right? And what kind of damages can occur to liver and to the synthetic functions, right? I hope this is clear. Thanks.